Hi, friends. Welcome back to another wonderful day of teaching and learning, Peak Flicks, reading and writing with Miss McKinley. Today is day 4, our reading teaching point. So remember, friends, our reading teaching point is our goal of the lesson. Today's goal says, I can read the text to gather information. So say that with me. Say, I can read the text to gather information. So we're going to be learning something new today. So yesterday, we also had this reading goal. And so we read half the book, and throughout the pages, we came across 5 different types of snakes. So we learned that the author is trying to teach us that there are many different types of snakes. Today, we're going to go back into our book where we left off and read the rest of it. Today, I want you to focus on learning something new. So in our exploration, we might see some new snakes, and that will really just continue to justify our fact that there are many different types of snakes. But I want you to look a little bit more deeply into the text and see what other information you can gather and pull out of it. All right, are you ready? Let's do this. Today we will read the words to learn more from a non-fiction book. Our anchor chart says we can read. And that's exactly what we're doing today. Look how happy that friend looks. There's a sweet little heart. They really must love reading. Let's read the words to learn more. We are looking closely at the words on each page. So friends, if you're following along at home in your mentor text Slither Snake, go ahead and open up and turn to page 12. That's a 1 and a 2. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and do that. Awesome. All right, are you ready? We can read. Slither Snake. We can read. A cobra slithers. Slither Snake. So here's a new snake that we're learning about today. This word says king cobra. Here, I noticed that the author wrote a cobra slithers. Slither Snake. Can you say the word slither with me? What does it mean to slither? Slither is the way that the snake moves. Go like this and slither with your body. When we're learning letter S at school, we say S, snake, S, and we slither our bodies like a snake. Can you do that with me? Say S, snake, S. Excellent, slithers. Hiss. It opens a hood on its head. Head, hood. Interesting. We were wondering about this part of the snake and what its purpose is. Let's find out. This warns animals to stay away. Everybody say, stay away. Awesome. Stay away. A viper slithers. Slither Snake. Sedge viper. So that snake also slithers. This snake slithered on the grass. And I like how when this snake slithered here, its head slithered like that. So I kind of did a motion like this. This is really hard to do. You guys can try that. Go like this with this arm and then do the top part. Oh, we can read. This snake slithers in a tree and on a branch. Can you slither on a branch for me? Can you slither around the tree? Good job. We can read. It shows its fangs. Fangs help it hunt. Fangs. Show me your fangs. Good job. We can read. A boa constrictor slithers. Its scales help it slither. Slither, snake. See you later. Wow, look at this boa constrictor. This boa constrictor is slithering down the tree, and it's kind of hanging off the tree at the same time. So let's review. What did we learn today? We were learning that all snakes slither. And what does it mean to slither again? Say slither. Slither. What does it mean to slither? You got it. It's the way the snake moves. Think about all the different places that the snake slithered. Do you remember? The snake slithers on the grass. The snake slithers on the tree. And I remember in the beginning of the book, the snake also slithered in the sand. And my favorite yellow snake was slithering on a plant. That's right. So that was the information that we gathered from our text today. We learned that all snakes slither. So now, friends, it's your turn. Get your book baggie and learn from the words in your book. Remember to utilize this anchor chart that says, we can read. Come back in 5 minutes. Hi, friends. Welcome back for writing time. Writing teaching points. I can call to mind what I want to say by sketching my fact about all of the different types of snakes. So, friends, the first day we thought about a topic and we picked something to write about. Remember, I picked all about snakes. Then, the next day, we sketched a picture of our snake. We might have done that on the first day. Yesterday, we worked on planning our story across our fingers, but we didn't write anything just yet. Now, we're going to call to mind our facts and put our ideas down on paper by writing about our first fact. And we're going to sketch this first. So, friends, when we are done, we have only just begun. I can use details, add to our pictures. So, friends, when I think of this, I think of giving me more and more details. So, let's see. Okay, so today we will sketch an illustration of the different types of snakes that we learned about in our book. So here is our writing organizer, and it's helping us to stay focused on our goal and the writing process. So our song for this goes, we sketch first, labels next, then comes our sentence and color last. Awesome. So here I did my writing without you guys today. But let's talk about Miss McKinley's writing, okay? So at the very, very tippy top of my page, I started with a bright and beautiful sun. To make my sun, I used an easy shape for me to draw, which is circles. So when you draw, you can use circles, sticks, boxes, and lines. So here I use circles. Then I added lines to make the sun rays. I came out with some straight lines. Great. Down here, I drew some grass. And to make my grass, you can make grass any way you want with some squiggly lines. I did lines on a diagonal. So I started in a corner and then I went diagonal. Started in a corner and went diagonal. Started in a corner, went diagonal. Started in a corner and went diagonal. Awesome. Here, this snake so happens to be in some sand. So I just did some little dots. And I remember, friends, as you're doing your picture, I want you to think of realistic colors. So I used yellow for the sunshine because that's realistic. I used green for the grass because that's what color grass is. Unless you're like Miss McKinley and you don't water your grass and then it's a little yellow. I also used yellow for some sand. Okay, great. Here, I made an illustration of two different types of snakes. So here, I have my boa constrictor. So for my boa constrictor, I'm going to outline it in black. So when I made my boa constrictor, I made the shape of an S. I made an S. Once I was done, I circled back and I tried to ride right next to the lines that I drew, making the same ins and outs to make my snake. Awesome. Then I gave my snake an eye and its tongue. That almost looks like a letter Y, if you notice that. Great. So that was my boa constrictor. Here is my rattlesnake. And I can tell it's my rattlesnake by the certain type of tail that rattles. I remembered from my book that the snake's tail was so detailed that it really made me want to draw it and sketch it. And it really helped me to remember a strong detail about the rattlesnake. So I went through the same process again where I made an S, came back up and around and up again. To make my snake's tail that looks like a rattlesnake, I started with a circle that was about the same size as my snake's tail. Then I proceeded to make smaller circles above the circle that I had just drawn. Awesome. So when you're making your sketch, I outlined my sketch for you guys in different colors just to bring light to the different things. But look at my sketch right now. My sketch does not have any color. It has some details, but it's just a simple picture. So as you're doing your sketch today, be sure that you use a pencil, you make a sketch, and you don't give it too much detail because we're going to be adding detail. I also did not color my picture today. So be sure not to color your picture because when we go through our writing process, which we will go through each page and each day, when we revisit our story from the day before, we sketch first, labels next, then comes our sentence and color last. So friends, you guys are going to do this on the next page. Let's see. Oh, I still have my little pen. There we go. So sorry. There we go. Okay. Now it's your turn. Call to mind what you want to say and sketch a fact about your animal. So think about what you spoke about across your fingers, okay? And then pick one fact, bring it to your mind. And now, friends, your beautiful mind has the thought inside, but I can't see inside your brain. I can't see inside your mind. So now it's your turn to bring this thought out and sketch a picture of it. When you're sketching, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Deep breath in and out. If at any point you feel like this task is too hard, I want you to tell yourself, that's okay. That's okay. And I want you to think about using simple shapes. So as you draw your sketch today, you can use circles, sticks, and boxes. So, for example, if maybe my animal fact was an elephant, my favorite, I would draw an oval for the elephant's body, which is a long circle. For its legs, I would draw rectangles, which are just like squares. And then for the elephant's trunk, I might do a squiggly line and connect it similarly to how we did our snake. That would be drawing a line. And then look at that. Right then and there, you just drew your animal. So friends, think about using simple shapes to make your picture come to life. You guys did an amazing job of teaching and learning. Thank you so much for joining me for our episode of Peak Flicks. I cannot wait to see all of your hard work. Have a beautiful day of teaching and learning. Bye, friends.